This is part two to the video where I showed how I mounted my spare tire carrier to the exterior of my trailer rear ramp door. Basically, I cut two pieces of hardwood the same height from the aluminum skin, exterior skin of the trailer, to this surface of the square steel tubing. It's almost the exact height. And this prevents the brackets, the clamps, from crushing this tubing. This tubing, the walls are as thin as paper. It is made basically for lightweight, not necessarily for strength. The strength comes by using a bunch of them, but they're very, very thin. So again, I just cut these pieces of hardwood, sandwiched them against it, ran the bolts through, and that should do it. The hardware upgraded to grade 8 bolts because I didn't trust these bolts. These came with the Harbor Freight spare tire carrier bracket. They just I don't trust them, so I just upgraded to some grade 8 stuff. And I put these self-tapping screws in to keep it from trying to slide up and down. But that's it. This is part two to the trailer spare tire carrier, mounting it to the rear of the ramp door. And also the square tubing that make up the ramp door. One of mine wasn't welded from the factory. It's not that it was welded because it's 5. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One of mine wasn't welded from the factory. So what I had to do is I had to get my weld out and weld it right up there. Because when I took the plywood off and I was walking on the actual metal, and the one right there was loose as heck. I was like, what the heck is going on here? And sure enough, it was not welded. Actually, I take that back. It's 1, 2, 3. I think it's 7. Because I think there's 2 that screws don't go into. Yeah, it's 7. There's 1 right there and 1 right there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those 2 are just for support. Screws don't go into them. And this one wasn't welded right up there. So I just went ahead and welded it. But that's where we at.